Kembali lagi di video penugasan Khalijun. Pada kali ini saya akan membahas tentang salah satu hewan yang terkenal di dunia karena lucunya, apalagi kalau bukan koala. Hewan yang berasal dari Australia dan menjadi salah satu dari ikon negara tersebut ini pernah membuat heboh dunia di tahun 2020, di mana pada bulan Februari pernah ada suatu kejadian puluhan koala mati dan luka-luka akibat ulah manusia. Apalagi kalau bukan penambangan hutan liar yang merupakan menjadi habitat dari koala itu tinggal. Nah, untuk informasi lebih lanjutnya, tonton video setelah ini.
Imagine a world without the charming and cuddly creatures we know as koalas. Now, stop imagining because it's a harsh reality that's closer than we'd like to believe. Every year, scores of koalas are found lifeless in Victoria, Australia, victims of an escalating crisis ignited by rampant deforestation. These logging activities are conducted on a massive scale, leading to the eradication of the koala's natural habitat, a crucial element in the survival of this species. Koalas, who rely on eucalyptus trees for food and shelter, find themselves defenseless as the trees they call home are chopped down. The result? Numerous koalas not only lose their homes, but also suffer from malnutrition, stress, and the risk of predator attacks or other dangers. Our environmental expert weighs in. This situation isn't just an ecological disaster, but also a threat to the existence of koalas, already classified as a vulnerable species. This predicament raises a significant question about how we, as inhabitants of Earth, manage our natural resources and bear responsibility for other living beings. This is a call to action, not just for Australia but for all of us, to protect those creatures who don't have a voice. Speak up for koalas and for all wildlife. Make a difference today by supporting organizations that fight against deforestation and advocate for wildlife protection. We have the power to change the narrative for these koalas, and indeed, for all wildlife. Together, we can ensure that the laughter of koalas echoes in our forests for generations to come.
In the vast wilderness of Australia, a crisis is unfolding. The iconic eucalyptus forests, home to the beloved koalas, are rapidly disappearing. Deforestation, driven by high demand for timber and land for agriculture and housing, is decimating these vital habitats. Australia, as one of the major timber producers, faces economic pressures that further fuel forest exploitation. Unfortunately, LAX regulations and weak oversight of logging activities exacerbate the situation. This results in not just uncontrolled but also unsustainable damage, threatening the local ecosystem. The impacts of this deforestation are far-reaching and devastating. First and foremost, habitat loss leads to a significant decline in koala populations, an already vulnerable species. Without eucalyptus trees, koalas lose their primary food source, leading to starvation and malnutrition. Furthermore, displaced koalas are forced to seek new habitats, often crossing roads and exposing themselves to deadly traffic risks. This predicament also induces stress in koalas, which can lower their reproduction rates. Beyond the plight of the koalas, this destruction impacts the broader ecosystem. Eucalyptus forests are not only crucial for koalas, but also support other species and assist in carbon dioxide absorption, contributing to climate change mitigation. From this tragedy unfolding in Australia, we glean valuable lessons about the importance of responsible natural resource management. Similar to Australia, the pressure to meet economic needs often drives deforestation. However, we must learn from their mistakes by implementing stricter and more transparent regulations in managing our natural resources. Positive initiatives such as forest logging moratoriums and reforestation programs have been started. Yet, much remains to be done to ensure that economic activities do not sacrifice our biodiversity's future. The invaluable lesson of involving local communities in environmental preservation is also evident. They are the frontline guards, most familiar with and most affected by the conditions of their surroundings. Looking to the future, the lessons from Australia should spur us to strengthen policies and international cooperation in tackling transnational environmental crimes and to increase public awareness about the importance of nature preservation. Each of us has a role to play in this narrative. By making conscious choices, supporting sustainable practices, and advocating for stronger environmental policies, we can collectively combat deforestation and protect the koalas. Remember, the fight for our planet's future is a shared responsibility. It's time to act for the koalas, for the forests, and for our planet.
Stop deforestation, save the koala.